Peace, power, purpose. Welcome to another episode of the 828 Podcast. I'm recording this on Sunday, August 13th, 2023 at 10:23 p.m. Eastern Standard. This is your host, yours truly, Pretty Boss, and we're getting into some pretty profound messages today. Sit back, relax, close your eyes, and listen to the divine messages that are here for you. No matter when you hear this particular podcast episode, understand that when you do hear it, it's divine time for you to be able to not only understand, but receive these messages. This is an episode also that we finally have a new microphone family. We've upgraded mics, we've upgraded equipment, and I hope that you can hear the difference in this podcast episode. Hopefully this is a lot more pleasant on your ears. The reason I'm mentioning that is because there are significant upgrades that are going to be coming into your life. Not only have you been upgrading on a spiritual level, but you're going to see these upgrades also take physical form. Any financial issues or setbacks or delays that you've been having, you're going to be experiencing career, business, financial upgrades. Any living situations that you've been enduring, any places or certain geographic locations that you've been, you're about to experience upgrades. Any relationships that you've been indulged in or that you have recently been led to cut off or have cut off in the recent past, you're going to be experiencing new connections and upgrades in regards to your personal connections in your life. If you've been dealing with certain physical ailments or anything, it doesn't even have to be ailments. It could just be things that you've been working towards with your physical body, with your physical form, your mind, your heart, your spirit, emotional, spiritual. You're going to be experiencing upgrades. And the truth is, this is a result of the work that you've been doing on the higher plane. A lot of you have been focused spiritually. A lot of you have been going through a lot of things around you. A lot of you have had to move away from a lot of different situations. Some of you have been led to move away from toxic situations. Some of you have taken losses that really cut deep. Physical losses, emotional losses, financial losses, relationship losses, and all of these things are being replaced with upgrades. For those of you who this is for, be very vigilant during this time. This is making me think of the scripture that we just spoke about not too long ago on the 30 Days to Success and Love podcast. It says, guard your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. This is a time for you to make sure that you are keeping your boundaries up, keeping your guard up, embracing the bubble of spiritual protection that is around you, thanking the Most High, thanking your guardian, Holy Spirit-filled angels, thanking your holy archangels for protection, even praying for the protection that you have, praying for your angels to continue to be empowered. Yes, you can pray for your angels. Some of you have a particular person that is going to be trying to either emerge in your life or reemerge. For some of you, this is somebody that you've known in this physical life, somebody that you can put a face to. This is going to be somebody that's trying to return. For others of you, and for some of you, it's going to be both, somebody who you already physically know And what I'm about to say, some of you is going to apply both ways. This has been a person that encompasses an energy that was sent towards you even before you was formed in the womb. It's like this energy has been following you from dimension to dimension, even before the Most High formed you in the womb. Remember, I always like to speak about Jeremiah 1:5. Before you were formed in the womb, the Most High knew you. For many of you who resonate with these podcasts, especially in particular the 828 podcast, these resonate because you are chosen. You are chosen ones. Before you were formed in the womb, the Most High knew you. You have been, even before you came into this physical form in this life. There's someone that is going to try to come into your life, or like I said, for many of you, return. And this person is very dark. This person is very deceptive. This person, what you see is not what you get. This person is very calculated. This person is very manipulative. This person, for some of you, has been masquerading as somebody who you might think is your person. You might think is your soulmate. For some of you, this could have been a person that you've known for a very long time. Somebody that you have significant history with. This person is no more than a distraction, than a temptation sent by the devil himself. This person is covered in a very thick demonic energy. This person is very low vibrational. We always talk about the 3Ders and belows. This is a 3D and below person. You are somebody who's not only been operating on the 5D, but you've been climbing even higher than that. The 5D is where those heavenly realms start. That's not where it ends. There's many dimensions even above the 5D. Many of you have already been embarking in the 5D. That's where your level of consciousness is, and you're rising even higher. You're climbing to higher heights than even that you've experienced before. This is happening because you've been focusing, you've been doing your best job. And as I say, you are surrounded. You're not alone. You are surrounded, when I tell you, by so many guardian angels and Holy Spirit guides. I can't say this enough. It's making me think of that scripture. And I want to say it was Elisha when he was with somebody and they felt like they were surrounded by opposition. And Elisha was like, God, can you just open this person's eyes so that they can see that there's more of us than there is of them? You are surrounded with love. You are surrounded with protection. You are surrounded with guidance. Don't let any of these physical distractions or temptations fool you. Your light is shining so brightly right now. Some of you don't even realize it. Some of you don't even feel like it because of what you've been experiencing in the physical. A lot of you could have been dealing or can be dealing with certain setbacks, certain disappointments in the 3D realm, maybe finances, relationships, home, career, business. Things that are related to the material realm, even physically. Let's say physically you're like, well, my body hasn't been cooperating with me. I'm having certain illnesses or I'm having certain discomforts. You know, my skin is acting up with me. I'm feeling fatigued. I'm not feeling energetic or enthralled. All of these things are distractions. You are shedding old skin right now. Think about when a snake is shedding its skin. When a snake is shedding its skin, it likes to be alone. It likes to be away from all type of activity. And it's not really an easy process. It's really an uncomfortable process. Think about as if you were shedding skin. That if you were in the middle of shedding skin physically, that's not going to be pretty. Even for people who are familiar with different chemical pills, even if you've never had one, if you've seen one before, when a person has a chemical pill, that skin is going to peel off. You're going to go through that real, not so cute looking stage of that old skin falling off before you have that fresh baby skin underneath. This is what many of you are dealing with. So if there's any things that is expressing itself, whether it's in your finances, your life, and it just seems like there's some type of outbreak or some type of discomfort, this is only because this is purging out of you. This is being shed. There's even, like, for instance, it's making me think of certain skincare products that you can use that when you first begin using the product, what it does is it purges your skin. So you're going to go through that point where it's like you're having certain outbreaks. You might have certain rashes, or you might have certain bumps that all of a sudden is beginning to come because you're using this cream. But when you trust the process, when you go with it, 2, 3, 4 weeks later, your skin looks like, oh my goodness, 5 to 6 years younger, and you don't have any of those outbreaks. Very, very smooth. This is this kind of process that you're going through physically right now. Anything that is discomforting you, anything that you look at that you don't like, whether it's you, your physical body, your finances, your relationship life, your physical location, your job, your business, whatever it is that is reflecting some unsightly things to you, this is the things that are being purged and shut out of your life. It's being squeezed out. Just like I said, for the example that I gave with certain creams that you can use on your face, and it helps with acne, it helps with all of these things. But before you get that beautiful result, what it does a lot of times is it purges everything out of your skin first. So you're going to go through that rough patch of the purge before you get that fresh, clean, renewed result. There's somebody in your life that is going to try to come back. And when I tell you, for many of you, this is somebody that you already walked away from. Continue to walk forward and do not look back towards this person. Matter of fact, anybody that's coming towards you, for those of you who this is for my chosen ones in particular, if you're chosen and you know it, clap your hands. Okay? Where y'all at? If you're chosen and you know it, clap your hands. If you're chosen and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're chosen and you know it, clap your hands. This is for my chosen ones. Anybody that you walked away from or you've been moved away from, the answer is no. La respuesta es no. Do not go back. Matter of fact, people who try to come from your past, that is already your answer. If they're from the past, if they're a blast from the past, the answer is no. There's not even any thought. That shouldn't even be something that you take into consideration. If they're from the past, that's going to be your answer immediately. It makes me think of Nehemiah. Nehemiah always consulted with God about things, right? Everything Nehemiah did, Nehemiah consulted with God. And one of the funniest parts of the book of Nehemiah was when it was one time that Nehemiah was like, he took counsel with himself. When I read that, I literally bust out laughing. It's just the most hilarious thing to me because I see things in my head when I read. So Nehemiah took counsel with the Most High the entire time through the book of Nehemiah, except one time he was like, oh no, he took counsel with himself. He didn't even have to go to the Most High about it. That's the type of energy here. Like you don't even have to pray about this. Anybody coming back from your past, even for some of you, if this is not in terms of a person, it could be an opportunity. It could be a particular job. It could be a particular location that feels like it's calling you back. The answer is no. La respuesta es no. Period. No, 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 no. Okay, like Destiny's Child said, let me say no, 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 no. We be saying no, 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 no. Keep on saying no, 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 no. You better say no, 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 no. Okay? That's the remix. No, no, yes is just no. This is serious for somebody. It's time right now for you to continue to stay in your higher mind and your higher perspective. You have to rise above everything that you're dealing with physically. Even for many of you who this is for, if you've been feeling tired and you've been resting a lot, you are right where you need to be. Everything is happening as that should. Don't judge yourself. Don't think like, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling tired? Why am I not feeling motivated to do this or motivated to do that? Why do I have energy some days and some days it's like all of the energy is taken away from me? This is exactly where you need to be. You're shedding old skin. You're purging. You're making space for the new. You're regathering your energy. You're regathering your strength because you've been undergoing a transformation that you're not even going to be able to fully conceptualize during this time. It might be years from now when you're able to look back and fully articulate everything that you are going through. And I'm talking about on a a spiritual level. Some of you are receiving so many upgrades, so many downloads, so much revelation, and your physical body is having to process this. It's like, think about if you had an outdated computer system. Let's say you're a Macintosh, and all of a sudden you have 2023 software that is upgraded into you. That'd be then crashed your system if the hardware is not in alignment with that new software update. Think about your form right now. Your body is hardware, but you've been receiving software updates from a completely different dimension. You are existing in the 3D. We have a 3D body, but you're receiving upgrades and downloads from the 5D and above. That's why it's almost seeming like it's crashing your system. That's why many of you, even in a sense, you feel like you're crashing. You've been feeling a lot tired sometimes. A lot of times you don't even realize what's been happening to you as you sleep. You're not just sleeping. You're having very significant and divine spiritual experiences. So that's what I mean by many of you are not even going to be able to articulate the changes and the downloads and the upgrades that you've been receiving until some of you many months from now and some of you many years from now, maybe 2 or 3, that you're going to be able to fully express everything that you are going through at this time. It's a lot. So again, if you've been feeling tired, trust me, this is just more confirmation for you. This is exactly how you should be feeling for those of you who are experiencing this shift. Again, anybody or anything that you are led to walk away from, one of the main reasons for this is you're being led towards people who are truly part of your soul tribe. Many of you have felt misunderstood your whole life. Even people that you might have been in relationships with, friendships, even family. It's like, even if you related to these people or you were able to relate to these people on a 3D level, you always knew, like, on the inside, you really didn't have much in common with any of these people. Like, you're relatable. You could come down to their level. You could speak their language, but they could never speak yours. This is because those people aren't really part of your soul tribe. Even people that's in this lifetime, they might not be that you came in through as far as family. They definitely were meant to be in your life. They were vessels that you needed to come through, bloodlines that you needed to come through for many different reasons. But some of these people are not your soul tribe. The ones that are, you're going to see they're also going to be going through this shift with you. That's going to be your sign. People that you're confused about, if you're going through significant shifts in your life, the people who are meant to be in your life, the people who are also in your soul tribe, you're going to witness that they're going through these same exact experiences as you. Some of you have been dealing with a lot behind closed doors. People see you on the outside and they don't know. They don't even have a clue. Many of you don't look like what you've been through. Some of you feel like you look like what you've been going through, but you really don't. And the only reason you feel like you look what you've been going through is because I said many of you might have been feeling a lack of energy. Many of you might be feeling more fatigued than usual. Some of you probably don't even take naps and stuff, and you've been taking naps lately. So because of that lack of energy that you're feeling, because of all the work that is being done on you and within you, you don't understand that you don't even look nothing like what you've been going through. You actually look really good. Even if you're experiencing certain skin outbreaks or whatever it might be that's part of that purge, trust me, you look great. You don't look like what you're going through. You're seeing yourself from the perspective of how you feel, but how you look on the outside to others, people don't even have a clue what you've been facing or what you've been dealing with. You're breaking yokes. There are certain soul ties that you're breaking yourself from eternally. Like I said, some of these people have been clinging to you even before you were formed in the womb. These are very, very toxic connections, demonic connections that were sent to stifle you, period. And especially in this life. because there's a certain divine path that has already been carved out for you. You're right there. It's like you're right at the finish line. It's making me think of my favorite Disney princess movie, The Princess and the Frog, and one of my favorite songs when she starts singing, "You're almost there." You're literally almost there. You're right at the finish line. And a lot of times what you'll experience when you're so close to the end, that's when you're going to be hit with the most temptation, with the most resistance, with the most spiritual warfare, with the most blockages, with the most disappointments. Even for instance, let's talk about financial breakthrough. A lot of times right before you're about to get the financial breakthrough of a lifetime, you might be dealing with a financial crisis that you've never experienced. Not realizing this is because you're right there. It's always darkest before the dawn. Whatever aspects of your life that you've been feeling like it's dark, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationship, whatever area or areas, because for many of you it's multiple areas that you've been feeling like it's darkest, that's the exact area that you're about to receive a breakthrough of a lifetime. And this is going to be the type of breakthrough that you never go back. You never have to repeat it. Let's say you've constantly been going through certain financial struggles and financial cycles. It is like you get yourself out of a hole, you stay out for a little bit, and it's like you just end up right back in the same cycle. No matter what you do, no matter how much you learn, or no matter how much you try, this is a cycle that you're going to break. This opportunity that comes through for you is going to change your financial fate forever. Same thing with relationships. Maybe you attract certain relationships in your life, whether they're romantic, friendship, business, all of the above, family, and they end up having the same toxic cycle. People that seem like they were meant to be in your life turn toxic, turn envious, turn competitive, turn catty, messy, talking about you behind your back, not knowing that you're intuitive. People think that you don't hear how they talk about you behind your back. You pick up on everything. Some of you have the ability to hear minds and read minds, and you don't even realize it. Sometimes you don't even understand that you're picking up on people's direct thoughts. You're hearing it. Some of you might have experienced it, and every now and then you can literally hear a person, like you can hear what a person's thinking. You're not tripping. This is a gift, and it's going to continue to increase more. So even for those of you with relationships that it might seem like you've been going through certain cycles, this cycle is about to be broken forevermore. Physical, let's say certain things with your body, or let's say it's like, your body take things to certain points and then you go back into a cycle, or you have certain goals, or your body rejects certain things like, man, I get this far along and then my body rejects it. You're going to be breaking this cycle for once and for all. The hand of God is all over your life during this time. Your situation is going to improve immensely. A lot of you have been going through a Job experience where it's like one thing after another. Like, when is it going to end? Think about what Job went through. Like, that was just catastrophic. Job was literally losing everything. He was losing so much that it started to make the people around him be like, oh, it got to be you. What did you do? You must have sinned. You had to do something. They was blaming it all on Job because it was looking like he was reaping some type of negative fruit from a negative seed that he planted. But the whole time it was a test. The whole time it was the Most High allowing the enemy to go against Job and take everything except his very life. This is what many of you have been experiencing, and some of you have been experiencing it to a degree almost just like Job, to be quite honest. Many of you have taken many losses, not just physical. We're talking about even people in your life. Some of you, even in terms of death, like people who've been dying. All kinds of losses, like one after the other. Things that you built crumbling. Even your peace. Some of you have been having a fight to keep your peace. Some of you have been having to fight to keep your mind right. Some of you have been having a fight to Philippians 4:8. Keep your mind on things that are honorable, the things that are worthy of praise, things that are excellent. And you've been doing your best. You've been doing a great job at it, but it's been a fight. It hasn't been easy because every time you turn around, there's something else being shoved away from you. there's another obstacle being shoved in your way. For one, you're strong and you're being divinely guided and you're being continued to give strength. You're being given strength. This is making me think of the scripture that says the Most High's strength is made perfect in weakness. Your strength is being perfected during this time. Everything that you're going through, everything that you've been dealing with is building a muscle. It's making you stronger. You know, this is making me think because something that I do and I've always done for a very long time, and I just got back into doing it and taking it to a whole nother level. But I love powerlifting. Any of my powerlifters out there, let me know if you're in the building. Powerlifting is just a beautiful thing, and it's definitely so beautiful for the body. With that being said, when you're powerlifting, right, and this is interesting because many of you, this is what you've been doing on a spiritual level. You've been powerlifting. So for one, when I powerlift, I'm only going to go maximum on a good week. I might go to the gym 4 times. That's if I do lower body twice a week and upper body twice a week. Most of the time, I'm going to at least do lower body twice a week, and I might do upper body once a week, depending on how often and how much energy that I have to go to the gym. Now, with that being said, when I power lift, every time I go to lift, if not every other session, if not every consecutive session, maybe it's every other session, I always end up rapidly increasing on my weights. And when I increase on my weights, it puts a lot of stress on my muscles. So then I end up experiencing that pain all over again the next day because I done upped it from the last set of weights that I lifted. You understand what I'm trying to say? So the reason I only go to the gym twice a week, especially for my lower body, is because let's say I'm powerlifting and I'm lifting heavy. I'm lifting heavier than I lifted the last time. Every time that you power lift, you're breaking down muscles. You're tearing your muscles. So you tear your muscles, then maybe for the next 2 days, you might be a little bit fatigued. You might feel that you need to rest a little bit more because during those next few days, your body is actually rebuilding and repairing the muscles. And then you have the strength. The next time you go, you're completely healed up. Now you can push even more and the cycle starts over and over. This is what many of you have been doing. A lot of things have been being teared and broken down in your life because it's getting built back stronger. Woo! I know for those of y'all who powerlift, that was very easy to catch what I just said. Everything that has been being broken down or torn apart in your life has been built back much stronger. And any of you that have been feeling fatigued, this is because of the power lifting that you've been doing spiritually. Many of you have been fighting, not just spiritually, but mentally, to keep your mind focused, emotionally, to keep your emotions in check, to allow them to be purged, but not to consume you, for you to focus on the emotions that you want to feel. But this has been a fight because everywhere you look, things have been crumbling and tearing apart around you. These things are all getting built back stronger. They're going to come back bigger. They're going to come back thicker than they've ever been. Your wallet is going to be fatter than it's ever been. Okay? Your heart is going to be more solid and more strengthened than it's ever been. Your mind, the muscles of your mind, your mind muscle is going to be so strong, it's going to feel like you can control even other people's thoughts if you want to. Listen, you're being strengthened during this time. The only thing that you truly need to do is go with the flow. Surrender to the situation. Don't fight it. Just go with it. Rest. Do what you feel led to do. Do the things that fills your cup. Do the things that makes you happy. Focus on the things that makes you feel good. Find pleasure in your life. If you have 10 things going wrong in your life or 10 things that really disappoint you, find whatever it is, even if it's just one thing that makes you feel really good and focus on that. Find where you get your pleasure from, whatever it is, the things that brings you pleasure. And of course, I'm really talking about healthy pleasure here, to be quite honest, family. I'm talking to chosen ones, so I know I shouldn't have to get specific. Y'all feel me? Chosen ones, we on a higher path. We're not doing 3D things that keeps us stuck in toxic cycles and is actually detrimental to our mind, body, and spirit. We're talking about doing pleasurable things that uplifts you mentally, spiritually, and physically. Enjoying your life, going with the flow. If opportunities come that speak to you, do it. It's time for you to, not only is balance coming into your life, but it's time for you to even bring balance into your own life. As I've already stated, a lot of you have been dealing with a lot of disappointment, a lot of grief, a lot of battles, like you just been fighting. Some of you have to keep fighting these old people that's coming back, but you're defeating all of these people. You're slaying the demon. Any type of soul connections or contracts that you've had in this life that just continues to repeat or continues to pop up, you are the one that is going to be victorious over all of this. You're going to be very, very victorious. Many of you already are. People that are coming with this deceptive energy, with this demonic energy. And when I say demonic, family, I don't even really want to get into how demonic some of these people or this person in particular that's trying to come into your life actually is. Cleanse your mind, body, and spirit from this person. If you've ever been attached to them, completely wipe them off of you. Wipe your shoulders. Dust them off. This person is disgusting. I'm being quite honest. You don't know the secrets that this person holds. This person is not who you think they are, and they have ulterior motives. This person is also very envious of you. This person is jealous of you, and this person, they more so than them actually wanting you or wanting to be with you, they want to keep you away from the person that God has for you. This person wants to keep you tied up. This person wants to keep you bound to them, not so that they can do right by you, but so that you won't have your true person into your life. This person will destroy everything that it is that you've become to this point and have already been building. This person will end up being your work. This will be your greatest regret. If you could see what this person looks like in the spiritual realm, when I tell you it's a disgusting, vile person. Even for some of you, a lot of you don't even understand how this person actually talks about you behind your back. This person has said some disgusting stuff about you to other people, and you would never think they did because they wear a false mask. This person is very false. You never knew this person. Some of you feel like you knew this person for many years, or some of you probably felt like you dated this person for years, or this could even be a person that you lived with for years, or you just known for a long time, even since childhood for some of you. And what you don't realize is you never knew this person. This person is fake. When I tell you fake, that's not even enough to really describe them. Even when I say Decepticon, it's like, you can't, I'll put it like this. For those of you who this is for, your chosen, you can't fathom the degree of fakeness that this person is. You can't. You think that you know, even if you're like, well, I know the person's kind of fake. I know the person is like two-faced. They're one way in front of me and one way in front of other people. Oh no, you have no idea. It's almost everything like, it's almost like everything that you know about this person is an illusion. Even the things that you think that you authentically know about them. Let's say you know this person is two-faced, or you know this person is like double-sided. The side that you've been seeing that you think is their true version, and then you think they're being fake with other people. No, they've been being fake with you. They've been being real with other people. Their other side is their real side. But they always hid that from you because your light has always been apparent. You've always been a person that stands out. Even if you're a person that, consider yourself or other people consider you to be very physically attractive, there's always been something much deeper about you than that. It's not just that. It's like, it's you. It's your light. You glow differently than others. I don't care. You can line up 12, quote unquote, 20, 100 baddies in a room, quote unquote. You can line up 100 hunks in a room, quote unquote. And out of all them people, no matter what they look like, what features they have, what they dress like, what this and this and that, you're going to be the one that stands out. Y'all not even on the same level. This is not even, if people are physically competing with you, they not on your level. You in a completely different lane. So whoever this is also sees that. And people just want it. It's like a moth to a flame. Again, some of you, this is going to be one person in particular that is like, this is going to be your big test. Say no. For others of you, you're going to be dealing with this. It's like multiple people are going to be coming back, and it's like they're all coming back with this same demonic energy. Stay away from these bastards. I'm telling you. Don't do it. Another thing is some of these people are going to be dealing with, like, when I tell you karma is about to come collect, not only for the deception that they've done and the things that they've done to you that you may know of and a lot more that you don't know of, but that they've done to others. This person is a very chaotic, dark energy. This person is about to reap heavy karma. You're not going to want to be in the way of that. This person is about to have a tornado, hurricane, tsunami, and wildfires worse than what's happening in Maui descend upon them. You don't want to be in the vicinity of that. Let them reap all that. Because another thing that I'm picking up prophetically here is, I know there's times in the past that sometimes, I've said this, sometimes people are in your life that are not supposed to be in your life. And what it'll do is it'll block your blessings because God doesn't want them to catch any of your blessings. But then at the same time, what it's doing is it's blocking their karma because the Most High don't want you to catch any of their karma. So it'd be that type of thing going on, right? So they also get kind of delayed. But what's happening in this season, this is reaping season. The Most High has already trained you and prepared you and given you the signs and the tools and the answers that you need. The Most High already said, do not look back. So if you choose to go backwards into any situations, you're also going to catch the remnants and the debris of that karma. You might not be in the eye of the storm, but you're going to catch that whiplash on the outside. This is a time to accept who you are truly. You're not like these people. You're not from here. You're not on their level. You're on a completely different level. You're not 3D. You're 5D and above. These people are 3D and below. You can't relate. You can speak their language. They can't speak yours. You're spiritual. They're not. They're worldly. You're chosen. They're not. They're the many that are called because the Most High calls all. But you're not them. They're the called ones. You're chosen. These are the ones that walks the wide path. You're on the narrow path. Y'all are cut from two completely different cloths. It's time to accept yourself for who you are and not judge that. Stop thinking that you're the crazy one. Stop thinking that something's wrong with you. No. My dear, something is wrong with them. These people are so low in vibration, so low in spirit, so low in energy, so carnal. It's like they're beasts of the field. They're worse than beasts of the field. At least beasts of the field, you know, they move off of instincts. They do things when they need to. A lion is going to hunt because it's hungry. It's not just out here just on a killing spree just because. Animals are reacting to their instincts, to what they instinctively need. These people are lower than beasts of the field. They're reckless just because. These people are greedy. It's making me think of the scripture that says the belly of the wicked suffers want and is never satisfied. Even if some of you have dealt with this person, if you really was genuine with this person, you gave to this person, whether it was mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, a combination, and this person took like they were entitled and didn't reciprocate anything. And if you were to let this person back in your life, they would do the same thing, and they'll take, and then also feel like you're just part of it. They still need more from others. If we're talking about a romantic situation here, this person is disgusting. I'm telling you. Some of you, these people, and this is something else I'm picking up on. Some of you, this person, one person in particular that's trying to come back, or for some of you that's going to have multiple people coming back with the same energy. This person or some of these people have literally contracted something that you don't want no parts of. They might not even be aware of it. Some of them are malicious and they're aware, and they want to bring that to you because in their sick mind, they're thinking if they can attach themselves to you with that, that'll make you bound to them. Like, well, now we both have this thing, so we might as well stay together. Others of them, they don't know yet, but they're about to have a rude awakening. You don't want what this person has. Some of them is a physical thing. It's a physical disease. Some of them, this is spiritual. And this is something that if you let it in, you know the scripture that I'm thinking about? It says, a person cleans their house, right? They clean themselves. They clean them temple. They get rid of all the whatever demonic spirit was possessing their life. And so now the house is clean. The house is in order. And the demon, the spirit comes back. The dark spirit, the demonic, the unclean spirit. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Whoever this is got a disgusting unclean spirits. They got like 7 unclean spirits. And it's funny because I swear to God, I wasn't thinking about the end of this scripture, but this is in alignment with 7. This person literally possesses 7 unclean spirits. And you know what it's making me think of? You know how they say the 7 deadly sins? Like, this person has 7 deadly demonic spirits, and it could be related to those 7 deadly sins, but it's a little bit more specific than the 7 deadly sins. It's specific demonic unclean spirits that they have. It says when a person cleans their house, cleans their temple, the unclean spirit comes back and it finds the house clean and things swept and put in order. So it leaves and it goes back and it gets 7 spirits more wicked than itself. And the last state of that person is worse than the first state of that person. So it is with this generation, which we can see the generations are getting worse. I don't know what the heck is going on with Gen Z. Shouts out to those of you that are in Gen Z that are chosen. Thank God for y'all, because boy, let me tell y'all generation wilding for real. I never seen nothing like it. Zombies. Anyways, this is that type of energy. This person, if you embark with them, some of you don't even need to have this person don't need to have no contact with you physical. Some of you, even if this person is trying to link up with you and you're thinking, oh, it'll be harmless, don't get around this person, man. I'm telling you, like, the spirits around this person are so loud that it's going to try to attach to you anyway, even if you open up communication, texting. The deeper the level of communication is, the more access that these spirits are going to have to you. So even if you're texting or emailing or messaging this person on social media, that's a form of contact. That's opening a door. Let's say you're talking to this person, you're hearing this person's voice. That's a whole nother level of form of contact. Let's say you're meeting with this person in person. Oh my goodness. That in itself is a very strong form of contact. And let's not say that you swap any type of physical interactions with this person or body fluids. Oh boy. Boy, that's going to let all 7 spirits in. And whatever it took for you to remove yourself from this person in the first place, or remove those unclean spirits that you had in your life out and detach yourself from it and break those yokes. Oh, this would end up being a battle that you never experienced in your life. Even for those of you that feel like, look, pretty boss, I done been through the ring. I done been through this, that. Nah, you ain't been through nothing yet in comparison to what this will be if you were to entertain it. I'm telling you. Just wait. Have faith. According to your faith, be it done to you. You have significant soul tribe connections coming in, like a real friend, real friends, real people, business partnerships, family. You're going to have people or a person that comes into your life that literally feels like family more than you've ever even felt connected to your own family. These are things that are being given to you. You're going to be gifted with this. You're healing on a deep level. Allow yourself to continue to heal. That's another reason many of you have been feeling tired, because you're healing inside out. Healing isn't just when, like I gave the example about the powerlifting, where you go to the gym and your body's hurt and you're sore and you're physically tired. This is the same type of fatigue that you're going to be dealing with, even when you're healing on an emotional level, mental level, spiritual level. These things take energy. And energy is neither created or destroyed. Even if you can't see it, energy is energy. So you're healing. Many of you are being healed by the hand of God himself, literally. Wait for these opportunities to come towards you. Your entire life is going to improve. Your entire situation is going to improve. Some of you have been waiting on a particular, could be waiting on when your divine soulmate connection comes in, the person that you're going to be able to build with for the rest of this lifetime. Some of you have been waiting for your certain opportunities to come in regards to career, business, finance. It's coming. Things are improving. Just hold on. It's making me think of that song, Hold On. Change is coming. Hold on. Improvements are coming. And and when you have faith, this is going to show you are going to have the patience to wait. Think about Sarah and Abraham. They were told that they were going to have a kid and the inheritance was going to come through this child. And then they started to get old. They like, hold on, God told us this. Now we getting old. This is funny. Like, God got jokes. Like, how I'm supposed to have a kid at this old age? So then they took matters into their own hands. They didn't wait. They didn't believe. They were like, this doesn't make any physical sense. The Most High had lied. So go ahead and sleep with the maid. So he went ahead and slept with the maid, and that brought unnecessary pain into their life. And then the promise of God still ended up coming, but they had unnecessary baggage there. Now Sarah had to go through pain because Abraham had a child with another woman that she told him to have a child with. And Abraham also went through pain through that situation as well, because Abraham really loved his wife. Yet now he had this other connection that he also had to feed into. And then the promise still came, but think about all that unnecessary resistance in between when they could have just waited on God, and the situation would have went a lot more smoothly. You have a very divine soulmate that is destined for you. This is already on the table. Your life is going to be surrounded by a completely new set of people. For those of you who you've walked away from, many people, friends, family, this one, that one. And let me tell you something. This is what I'm picking up also prophetically. Anybody that you've been led away from, even if it's family and you feel like, man, I hope I don't have to end up back within this family situation or back with these people. I hope I don't have to go back to them because of my finances or because it is. I'm hearing Holy Spirit say, don't worry about it. You're not going to have to go back to anything or anyone. You're being protected during this time. Things are lining up for you. Anything that you've been moved away from, Most High is going to see you through all the way to the end. You're walking into unknown territory right now. That's why many of you are feeling unsettled, because it's like you don't know where the heck you're going. You just been walking by faith and not by sight, but that can feel very uncomfortable. Let's keep it a buck. You're going to be protected. Everything is going to work out for you regardless of what anything looks like. That is all an illusion and a distraction. You have a particular person in your life. Your soulmate has been fighting for you spiritually. Your soulmate might not even know who you are physically. Maybe there was dreams about you. Even if they dreamt about you, maybe it was a dream and it doesn't look how you physically look, but it was a representation of you. This person has been fighting and staying pure for you. This person has been blocking out any type of people that's been trying to come in. Anybody, some of you have soulmates that their family is pressuring them, and you probably haven't even met this person. Their family is pressuring them. Oh, you're this age. Why haven't you gotten married? Oh, you're successful. Why don't you go find a wife? Why don't you get a husband? And this person has been holding out for you. There's somebody, your soulmate. This is so funny, whoever I'm picking this up for right now. I'm going to be honest, like your soulmate has more faith about this connection than you do even at this time. You're like a 9 out of 10. Most days you feel it. Some days you go backwards and you think like, I wonder if I should just deal with this person or settle for that. This person is 10 out of 10 every day of the week. This person's like, I'm not dealing with nobody until I get my person, and I know what my person looks like. I know what my person feels like spiritually. This person has been fighting for y'all connection. Whoever your counterpart is, they're a real one. I'm picking this up heavy for my women that I'm speaking to, for my feminines that I'm speaking to. And for those of you who are listening that you're the man or you're a masculine, this is the type of energy you had. You haven't been settling for anything. You haven't been letting any outside distractions or people, no matter anybody in your ear, you like, no, I'm good. I'm waiting on mines, and I'm going to know what she looks like when I see her. Shouts out to the men who's been holding it down like that. That's powerful. That's beautiful. You have it coming in. This woman is going to be more than you could ever think her as. It's going to be something that brings you so much satisfaction in a holistic way, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. This person is not going to drain you. This person is going to add to you as you're going to add to them. There's also something I'm picking up. This is so random, but there's something I'm picking up here about Atlantis. So however that word resonates with you, Atlantis, even I know that Bahamas has a resort called Atlantis. I went a long time ago. I love Atlantis. It's so dope. I know that Michael Jackson, I don't know why his name's popping up too. My MJ might be significant or mean something to some of y'all. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. But there was a suite. It's like a bridge. If you go and you see Atlantis and you look at it from the outside, there's like a bridge, like an inside bridge, but you can see it like how it connects two of the buildings of Atlantis. And that's where they said Michael Jackson's suite was, where he used to stay when he'll go to the Bahamas. There's something about the Bahamas here, and there's something about Atlantis. It doesn't have to be Atlantis in the Bahamas, but you all will know how this resonates with you. Hold on. Make sure that you keep your perspective high. Make sure that you stay in your higher mind. Your intuition is kicking right now. The spiritual messages that you're receiving is on point. Do not doubt it. Anything that you're picking up about a person, even if they're showing you a different face, you're right. Don't second guess anything that you're receiving during this time. Let me know how this episode of the 828 podcast resonated with you. Remember, if you would like to listen to the full episodes and more episodes of the 828 podcast, y'all know where to find us, right? How many times I got to tell y'all? Patreon.com/PrettyBossTV. The 828 podcast is a private podcast for Patreons only, but every now and then I'm led to share some of these podcast episodes on YouTube. This is episode 64, so there's 64 plus episodes because sometimes we do live prophetic messages on Patreon as well, which we will be doing one this month. Shouts out to everybody who has joined us on Patreon. Shouts out to all of you who tune into the 828 podcast, whether you're listening on YouTube or Patreon. Continue to walk forward and don't look back, lest you get stuck in the past and turn to a pillar of salt like Lot's wife did. You're being led away from Sodom and Gomorrah, so far away. You're being led into the land of milk and honey. You're being led into an aspect of your life that you're going to look around and you're not even going to believe it's you living the lifestyle that you are walking into and have always been destined to live. I love y'all so very much. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all willing. Peace.